Assalamualaikum and hi, we from Group X would like to present about the impact of financial literacy, education and parental involvement on the financial behavior of Tibet students. And these assignments under the subject Research Methods in PDV, the code is a BBP 30403 and the subject taught by Dr. Keller. So next, I would like to introduce my teams. It's number one, Muhammad AFENDI bin Razali. It's me. And number two is MEGAT MUKHRIZ AZRAR bin SHAHRIMAN. And the last one, Nur HAMIZAN bin KASRI. So the first ones, I would like to share introductions. For the introductions, financial literacy educations and parental involvements are two important factors that can influence the financial behavior of Tibet students. Financial literacy educations can help students understand the basics of personal finance, such as budgeting, saving, and investing. So the next we have a background of the study. For the number one, financial literacy educations play a crucial role in equipping individuals with the expertise and understanding required to make wise financial decisions. Number two, it encompasses various components, including understanding concepts like budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt. And the last one, adequate financial literacy education is particularly important for young adults, including active students, as they navigate the transitions into the workforce and face various financial challenges. Next is a problem statement. For the number one is a unique financial challenges, and number two gap in understanding, number three importance of financial literacy education, and number four role of parental involvement. So, for purpose of study, we have 3 points. For number one, we have a financial literacy education and parental involvement are important factor influencing the financial behavior of Tibet students. Number two, financial literacy education helps students develop knowledge and skills for informed financial decisions making. And the last one, parental involvement provides support and guidance to help students manage their finance effectively. After the purpose, we have a research objective. In research objective, we have two objectives. For the number one, to assess the impact of financial literacy education on the financial behavior of Tibet students. Objective number two is to examine the role of parental involvement in shaping the financial behavior of Tibet students. If there is a research objective, there must be research question. So the next I would like to share a research questions. For the number one research question is what is the level of financial literacy among Tibet students? How does it affect their financial behavior? Research question number two, what is the level of parental involvement in financial education among Tibet students and how does it affect their financial behavior? And number three, what are the best practice in promoting financial literacy education and parental involvement in financial education among Tibet students? And the last one, how do demographic factors such as gender, age and socioeconomic status affects the relationships between financial literacy, education, parental involvement, and the financial behavior of Tibet students. Next, we have three for theoretical frameworks model. For number one is a financial management skill, and number two, insignificant effects, and number three, demographic data. For scopes of study, we have the study focus on the impact of financial literacy education and parental involvement on the financial behavior of Tibet students. So we have 5 points for this scope of study. And the number one is the assessment of financial literacy. And number two, examinations of financial behavior. Number three, role of parental involvements. And number four, identifications of correlations and patterns. And number five, contributions to the understanding. Next, I would like to share about significance of study. We have 4 points. And the number one, enhancing financial well-being. And number two, informing policymakers and institutions. And number three, empowering TVET students. And the last one, potential impact. So the last part of myself is a definition of key terms. For number one, we have a financial management skill encompass the knowledge, abilities, and competencies necessary for effective management of one financial resources, including budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and financial planning. Number two, we have an insignificant effect implies that the relationships or impact between the variables being studied is not statistically significant, suggesting that any observed difference or associations may be due to change or other factors rather than a meaningful or causal relationship. And the last one, we have a demographic data refers to information about individual characteristics such as age, gender, education level, income, and geographical locations. So thank you.
Okay, now I will present the literature review. Financial literacy, education, and parental involvement are crucial factor in influencing the financial behavior of Tibet students. Study reveal concern about the poor financial management skill of youth, emphasizing the need for target intervention and educational programs. While financial literacy is positively related to financial behavior, the impact of education alone will be insignificant. Demographic characteristics such as gender, income level, and cost per pursuit significantly impact financial literacy level. Understanding this relationship is essential for designing tailored intervention to improve financial knowledge and skill, promoting better financial decision making among specific groups. Overall, addressing financial literacy gap and involving parents can empower Tibet students to make informed financial decisions and improve their long-term financial well-being. That's all from me.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is MUKHRIZ. Alright, I'm going to present about my part which is research methodology in the title of the impact of financial literacy, education and parental involvement on the financial behavior of the TVET student. Alright, for the introduction, the methodology of this study is to facilitate the researcher to obtain data and information from the study respondents. Next, we're going to the research approach. Alright, the researcher used the mixed method approach. So the study combines quantitative and qualitative methods to examine the relationship between financial management skills, insignificant effect, and demographic data. So for the research design, The research designed for investigating the relationship between financial management skills, insignificant effect, and demographic data is involved a cross-sectional study that encompasses both quantitative and qualitative data collection methods. So for the population sample, the sample a researcher looking for consists solely of the top students in each bachelor's program in vocational education, which is 2,217 students. The population are enrolled in this faculty, which is in faculty pendidikan technical and vocational. All right, now we're going to the sampling method. So on the sampling method, the researcher used the Google Form website. We create a questionnaire. As a result, the sampling technique we use is using a technique called stratified random sampling. So the researcher divides the population into smaller groups that do not cross over but still accurately represent the whole population. So on the sample size, only student leaders from all the technical and vocational education faculties courses were used in this sampling. Next is research instrument. So the instrument used by the researcher is a questionnaire which is divided into three parts, namely as a number one is demographic data. Number two, to assess participants' financial management skills, capturing aspects such as budgeting, saving, investing, and debt management. And the lastly is relationships between financial management skills, insignificant effect, and demographic variables. So for the method of data collections, the data collections method used is a mixed method. Among the mixed methods used is number one is quantitative method and next is qualitative method. So in the method of data analysis, the method of analyzing the data used is inferential statistical technique such as number one is correlation analysis, number two is regression analysis, and number third is analysis of variance ANOVA. So the last but not least in research methodology is research ethic. Alright, so the research ethic will also consider the potential impact of the study on participants' emotions and psychological well-being, ensuring that the research process remains respectful and sensitive. Next, ethical considerations will extend to the reporting and dissemination of the findings, ensuring that the research results are presented accurately, objectively, and with proper attribution. So the conclusion for the research methodology: by integrating both quantitative and qualitative findings, this study aims to provide a comprehensive examination of the relationships between financial management skills, insignificant effect, and demographic data, thereby contributing to a deeper understanding of the research topic. Thank you.